Alright, so I'm gonna make a video. A lot of people think the earth is a sphere, a globe. But let's see what the Bible says about it. Let's see what the earth is really shown to be. Alright, so first off, I'm going to go to Genesis. We're going to be reading chapter 1, first verses 4 through 10. And then verses 14 through 18. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Alright, there's a firmament that is dividing the waters from the waters. Alright, that was a little side note after reading verse 6. Verse 7 now. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were made under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Alright, let me read that again. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Alright, so God divided the waters which were under the firmament and which were above the firmament. Alright. Little explanation after the verse. Alright, verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven. Alright, the firmament is called heaven. Little side note again. And the evening and the morning were the second day. I want to add side notes and stuff so y'all understand what the verses are saying. And so we won't get ahead of ourselves and you not know what I'm trying to convey. Alright. I'm going to read verse 8 again. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Verse 9. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. Alright. And now in verse 10. And God called the dry land earth. Alright, the earth is the dry land. And gathering together of the waters called he seas. Alright, and the waters were seas. And God saw that it was good. Alright, so right here we have the firmament, which is called heaven, and we see that we have the earth, which is the dry land, the seas, which is the water. Let me read it right quick a little bit through here. Alright, yeah. And now, make sure yeah, okay, I'm on the right spot. I wanted to make sure I was on the right spot in the video, with my explanations. Alright, now, verse 14 through 18. Verse 14, and God said, Let there be lights in the firmament and of the heaven. Let me reread that. Kind of stumbled over it. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the days from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Alright, so there's lights in the heavens. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Alright, so these lights give light upon the earth. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, alright? So the sun rules the day, the greater light, and the lesser light, the moon, rules the night. And he made the stars also. Alright, and God sent them, let me reread that, I stumbled over it and said the wrong word. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, alright? God set the stars, the sun, moon, and stars in heaven to give light upon the earth. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. Alright, so right here, we got the heaven and the earth, we got the firmament, the heaven, that has the sun, moon, and stars in it, and we have the seas. Alright, we see that the sun and moon are lights. The sun is the greater light, and the moon the lesser light. And then we have the stars, which are lights. Alright, now we're going to go into Proverbs, which I really love this scripture And the explanation it gives, Proverbs 8 verse 27. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. Alright, that verse is awesome. And people are like, no, you're misinterpreting it. I don't see how they would say that. But look up the Hebrew word. You see chug, which is the word for circle in Hebrew. And later on, I'll bring about something else. But, well, I'll not bring about something else because I'm going to explain it here too. But I'll be explaining it again later on. They'll say, actually no, because I'll get to my point in the next verse. Isaiah 40:22. And then we may go back to Proverbs 8:27, but let's go to Isaiah 40:22 right quick. Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. Right there, that word is chug for circle, which describes a circle, not a sphere, and I'll explain that in a minute. And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Alright. So we have right here the circle, chug, a regular circle. And I'll read that part again. It is he that sits upon the circle of the earth. Upon the circle of the earth. Alright. So chug just describes a circle. And people want to say, see, that's saying that it's a sphere. They want to say that it's saying that it's a globe. I've even heard, watching videos on YouTube, that they will say, I mean, even Hebrew, well, like, I believe they call their Hebrew scholars, I don't know how scholarly they are, but they'll even use this, I believe if my memory serves correctly, and try to say that it explains a globe, a sphere, that is explaining that the earth is a sphere, a globe. And I believe even a very famous, another very well-known person that I won't mention the community he's in, but he does a lot of stuff with history and stuff like that, and he gives like he alright, I will kind of give it away. He speaks on, but, well, anyway, let's just, alright, he speaks on creation and science, alright, I'll give it all away, except for his name, but actually I will give his name away, and hopefully he'll see this, and he could be taught something because he's in error. Ken Hovind will say that this verse is showing that the earth is a sphere, a globe, but it's not, because circle is just chug, and if you read it, it says, which is chug, which is circle is the Hebrew word chug, which is just a circle, and it says, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. Alright. Alright, as you know, we got the word chug. But let's read this in context, will we? I mean, yes we will. I will. Rather, some people may not, but I will. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers that stretcheth out the heavens. I mean, I ran over the markings. And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Alright. So God sits upon the circle of the earth, and he stretches out the heavens as a curtain and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. All right. So this is showing that the heavens is stretched out like a curtain, like a tent to dwell in, and this is showing like a dome-shaped heaven, dome-shaped firmament. That's not showing a sphere. It's not showing a globe. All right, and where I was getting ahead of myself earlier, there's another word that actually does mean like a spear, where that does mean spear in Hebrew, and that's the word dir. And Isaiah does use that elsewhere, but he isn't speaking of anything about, he isn't describing the heaven or the earth or anything like that. He isn't explaining the heaven and the earth. He is talking about something completely different. So with this, you get the Hebrew words, you get the context, and you see. All right. And so we got the earth, the dry land, with a dome over it. And we'll go to Proverbs 8. One more time, 8:27. Mosquitoes, man. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. All right, when he set a compass upon the face of the depth. You look up the word depth right there. In Hebrew is deep or the deep or abyss. All right, so when he set a compass upon the face of the depth. All right, when he set a compass. All right, a compass, most know what a compass looks like. It says that it's speaking of God setting a compass upon the face of the depth, the face of the deep, or the face of the abyss, whichever. It probably isn't abyss, but I'm just giving both definitions for right now, and I need to study more into that part of it. But I was just giving. I'm not sure if it could be abyss. May not be. Maybe, I don't know. But I just want to get out what it's explaining. God set a compass on the depth. All right, so that would be explaining the earth being. People say flat Earth. Okay, that's kind of people like the earth ain't flat. You got mountains and all this stuff or something. So it's kind of like it's like it's like like it's, well, I can't say possible because it says when he set a compass upon the face of the depth. All right, so the earth is flat on bottom, is sitting on the depth of the earth. I mean, not on the depth of the earth. It's sitting on the depth. It's sitting upon the face of the depth. Okay, so we have this earth that is flat on bottom, and it has a domed firmament, a domed heaven going over it. All right, so with the Bible alone, we see that the earth isn't a sphere, it isn't a globe. All right, and there's also many other things I could get into that I could try to explain for now, but I'll try not to make this video too long. And plus, I want to make this one strictly, or try to make this one based on the Bible completely without any other things. I might have threw a few things in, can't remember exactly, but I want it to be majority scripturally based. So with that, I'll end this video, and I hope this can teach a lot of people.